Yes, we do. It'll be an interesting adventure for us, Nat.
First one.
Get across Seagull and head over into Alpine, and we'll go from there. Hopefully we find a campsite there.
Sounds good to me.
Probably won't be doing much videoing on this first lake. Just try to get across it because of the wind, and when we get out past these islands, there's gonna be some waves that we gotta contend with. So.
Yep. Enjoy the loons.
Yep.
Hopefully some eagles and moose.
Beautiful scenery.
Lots of fish and scenery. Stay dry.
Stay dry. Check out that. Portage from Seagull to Alpine's over with. Welcome to Alpine Lake. Day one in the BWCA July 2nd, 2021. We put in on Seagull Lake this morning, pushing into a stiff westerly wind, at least 10 miles an hour, maybe gusting to 15 and 20. So that was quite the adventure. But we eventually made it to Alpine, and we had a couple sites in mind that we wanted to check out, and we ended up settling for one of them that we came to. And we weren't here for, what, half hour, 45 minutes? Too close. Yeah. Matt's setting up a chair, and he said, hey. I thought for sure he was going to say, hey, come check out my new chair. He's like, I think there's a moose swimming across the lake. So, sure enough, over to Moose Mountain. We followed that moose over there, and it stood on shore for, I don't know, probably 15-20 minutes feeding. So we got quite a show. We were only like 15-20 yards from it. So we come back across the lake to camp, and there's a bald eagle sitting right next to our site, just a little bit down from it. And so we got good pictures of that too, and then we go to leave, and then we see another immature bald eagle take off, and that one's actually been hanging around quite a bit. We've seen that numerous times now. But yeah, I think it's right there on that tree right now. Oh yeah, it probably is. Yeah, so it's sitting over on the next island over. We got a nice island site. Pretty sweet. We've met a lot of people leaving today. There's not too many people here. The portages were busy, but all is good. We spent most of the day traveling and setting up camp. Didn't do a whole lot of fishing, just a little bit here next to camp, but we struck out on that deal. So it's gonna be really hot the next 2 days, in the 90s. So we're gonna see if we can't find some fish anyways. So far all's good. Quack quack duck. Alright, see you guys later. low 90s. And from what everybody was saying, portages and stuff that we had talked to yesterday, the fishing was really slow and they weren't hardly catching anything. But we were out this morning. We caught like 10, 12. And then it was so hot, we took off in the middle of the day. Did some swimming and did some things around camp. We caught fish this morning that we kept and had our first fish fry tonight. And so the ones we kept tonight, or that we caught tonight, we didn't keep. We let them go. So tomorrow we're gonna portage over into Jasper and see what that has to produce as far as smallmouth and northern pike go. So we'll see what happens. Catch you later. So we just portaged from Alpine all the way around Jasper Falls. This is where Jasper Lake starts into Alpine Lake. And we're going to put in up there and match that and fish Jasper Lake today. There's the entrance from Kingfisher flowing into Jasper Lake. Back to our site from our morning trip to Jasper. The winds picked up a lot while we were over there and turned back around noon and had to come back across Alpine. It was a rough ride. Hit Jasper this morning. Got blown off. Front moving in. Crazy paddle back across Alpine. We made it. Calmed down. Now we're getting greeted by Mother Nature's rainstorms. A little bit of light show, some thunder. Tomorrow, hopefully, we're heading to Red Rock, up that way. Smallmouth, one keeper. Right when we first put in at Red Rock, paddled up through the lake because the wind was blowing pretty hard south, and went all the way up to the portage into Red Rock Bay. It wasn't too bad. We didn't catch anything in Red Rock Bay, so we hit the North Shore, did some trolling, did some deep diving Rapalas, and then nothing really produced. So came back south, and by then it was late morning. Hit an empty campsite and stopped for some lunch, and by then it was really hot. Oh, so hot. We went back into the trees just to get some shade while we were eating. We didn't have any hits, nothing. It's almost like the fishing's been really tough lately because of the heat and the wind. Been really tough also. So really hoping tomorrow we get a little bit of a cool down. Some cloud cover would be great because the heat has just been brutal. 90s the last 4 days. And usually by late morning, early afternoon, the winds have been kicking up to 10, 15 miles an hour, gusts to 20. So we've seen a lot of rollers, whitecaps, and just plain tough canoeing. Fishing's been really impossible at times. Can't even cast into the wind. So hopefully tomorrow changes things for the last 2 days that we're here, and we can maybe find some walleye or something. So alright, I'll catch you guys later. So this is Rog Lake. I just hiked over from Alpine. Check it out. I think we're gonna come in here tomorrow. Target some smallmouths. Well, it's beginning of July, July 6th. It's not great fishing now. That's usually back in like end of May, beginning of June, through the middle of June. Right. But for the amount of heat that we've had the last 4 days, 90s, and then today dropping into probably mid 60s. And
Sometimes it felt like 50s.
well, with the wind, it felt like 50s for sure.
Yeah.
It was extreme change since yesterday. We still caught quite a few fish. I don't even know how many we caught today, but we did. We reached that 50 mark, which was pretty good for us first timers. First time on this lake.
Yep.
New to the Boundary Waters.
I was hoping to catch a pike. I caught at least a pike on each. I caught 2 pike on each. Yeah.
Well,
So
I
that was cool.
yeah, I think we'll catch more.
I don't think I'll ever catch smaller pike though than these.
No,
Like we go home, we don't catch pike that small.
no, I've never seen a pike that small back home. It was.
And we caught them.
We did too. There was the one that I caught the other night, and then the one you caught tonight. Today, yeah.
I mean, they were.
I'm glad we didn't measure them.
I bet they were 9 inches,
Yeah, I was gonna say we were lucky if they were a foot.
if that.
Yeah,
They might have been
11.
Yeah. I mean, that's small.
They're literally
They're
like
skinny.
almost the size of our lures.
Yeah.
Half the size of our, twice the size of our lures, I guess. I don't know.
But I'll tell you, when pike hit, all the pike that I've caught here, actually at home, it is buried in them. Like it's in both lips.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's in upper and lower. It's in the bigger pike I caught yesterday or the other day. That almost swallowed that lure.
Right. That 24-incher that I caught the other day, it took me 10 minutes just to get the treble hooks out of it.
Did it?
Yeah.
Yeah, pike.
I had 2 of them buried through both the bottom and the upper jaw.
Yeah.
I mean, it chomped that baby.
Yeah.
That was a hot and tot that I caught that on.
Hot and top.
Hot and tot, yeah. Yeah, both treble hooks were buried through the top and the bottom jaw. It wanted it. It was coming for
Both
it.
lips outdoors.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It'd been nice to have found some walleye, but
Yeah.
it's not over yet. We'll get there. We'll go hit Rog Lake tomorrow morning. That looked pretty nice. I'm anxious about that.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be fun.
The wind should be a little more manageable.
I hope it's like this.
Yeah,
That would be amazing.
if the weather would stabilize a little bit, that'd be good.
Yep.
And then, unfortunately, it's probably going to stabilize about the time we're leaving. That's when the walleye will start hitting.
Yep. Yep. So what we need to do is go catch fish in the Allegheny, walleye on the Allegheny, or into.
We can do that. Yes, we can. Not sure.
I hear them.
Yeah, I hear the witching hour is almost upon us. That 9:30 time frame. Actually, looking at my watch, it is 9:29. You can hear the swarm coming.
I'm prepared.
Yep.
I'm doing it.
So,
I'll do it.
gonna hang out for a little bit more and watch this front push through. We got some heavy cloud cover.
Yeah.
And then some bright skies. So, gonna be a chilly night. Down into the 40s. And it'll be our first cold night. So, we will see you guys tomorrow. Yeah, here we are, July 7th. I said in the forecast that today it could have been really cold. Well, guess what? I woke up and it's like 40 degrees out. It's pretty dang cold out today. Yeah, all the cloud cover cleared off. That's it, facing west over there. But last day here. Hopefully it warms up a little bit today. I'll probably get up into the 60s or 70s, but yeah, it's chilly. So we're gonna grab some breakfast here in a little bit and head out to Rog Lake south of here. It's supposed to be a pretty good smallmouth lake. See what we can stir up there. Just have not been able to find the walleyes. They're not hitting. Managed to do pretty well with the smallmouth bass and the northerns, but we haven't even looked for lake trout yet. They're gonna be pretty hard to find here. So, all right, gonna go get some warm coffee, get something to eat. We've been fishing Rog Lake. We decided to walk the portage from Rog, 20-rod portage, over to Seagull Lake. Just see what it was like. It's only like 20 after 8 in the morning. Wind's blowing pretty good already. Gonna walk the short portage from Seagull back over to Rog. comment about our fishing setup for our canoe. People say we've done this a lot. Well, we kind of have. We do a lot of fishing and stuff on the river back home, but it's a little different here. Kind of like it. We want to take across the way to another island. We usually just keep 2 or 3, depending on how big they are. Take our water supplies with us, our bladder bags to filtrate water, and a kettle for some more water to use through the night. Inside that kettle there's a pan we put our fillets in to bring back to our island. We go to a different island so we're not attracting the bears and wolves. And routinely the last couple of days, even though we bury our catches, the carcasses, we still end up finding some wildlife over here. So who knows, there may be something on this backside of right where that big rock is at.
Uninhabited island.
Yeah, it's uninhabited. There's nobody there. There's no tent sites. So we'll see. Stay tuned. Morning of July 8th. Balmy 42 degrees out. 5 o'clock in the morning. But today's our last morning in camp. We stayed up pretty late last night. We decided to fish from shore since we actually could. It was mostly out on that little island over there. We ended up catching 2 walleyes and a bass. Just doing some slip bobber rigging and casting a Rapala from shore. But yeah, it's cold. Whew. We're gonna kept the fish that we caught last night, and actually we had some from before then too. We had 2 bass left over. We planned on using those for some fish burritos this morning. Do up just because we don't have any eggs or anything like that left, but we got a Mountain House breakfast blend that we can use for add in with our fish that we had left over and saved. And then probably on our way out today we're going to end up keeping the bass and walleye that we had last night and used those for a short lunch along the way. We don't have to make great time today, so we can stop out on Seagull Lake and have lunch somewhere probably by the time we get up and break camp. And we even contemplated fishing for a little while this morning just to see what we could do. So I'm going to go back and get some coffee started and get the water warmed up. And probably fillet some fish. Breakfast. Champions. This is a view from up above our camp. The train's back behind me. There's an eagle perched on a tree. Right out there. I just hiked to the top of the Palisades on Seagull Lake. This is looking eastward. There's south. So we're about 100 feet in the air. They're almost 100 feet tall. That's looking west. What do you think, Matt? This is pretty awesome.
I think this was a really great stop.
Yeah, I'm glad we had good weather on our way out today. Last day in the Boundary Waters. The only time we saw, just about the only time we saw glass lakes. Seagull was finally calm. Get a little zoom here.
That way.
On our way back from Trail Center, we stopped at Gunflint Lake. That's Canada over there. This lake allows boats with motors. We got a nice lodge over there where they have a lot of people come in. Nice looking lake. for our last night in Minnesota. We're at Trails End Campground, and I actually just left our site back there, up on top of this rock, overlooking one of the fingers of Seagull Lake, which is out there as far as you can see on the eastern end of Seagull Lake. We decided to come through the Upper Peninsula of Michigan and down past Lake Superior this morning. We've reached the shores of Lake Michigan. It's beautiful. Real quick stop. In the west you see Lake Michigan. Out here, Mackinac Bridge. On the other side of that is Lake Huron. We'll show you that when we go across the bridge.